Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Yukon Huskies, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Gonna run it. It's Green. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They're dealing with second and long. Brown will throw it. Got the quick pass. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This UConn offense really has it going. Wants to keep it in the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Now, if you're on defense in this one, you've had a good play. You swat that pass away, but you better turn the page and get ready for it because it's probably coming again. You're going up against one of the top 10 passing offenses in the country. You're going to have to be really good in the back end all game long.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Which is this offense has it with really good field position. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Brown wants to pass. Touchdown, Husky. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
UConn going back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Right down the middle. Pulls it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud, but we've seen 2 drops in the first quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Flowers. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Green. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
UConn comes to the line with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is...
The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Flowers. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front. Right there, that run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit. As soon as he gets the football, hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The sure hands, it's Smith. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the running back. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown will throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Gets it out quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down and distance in this game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got
UConn going back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Dumps it to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This time he's got his man.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Brown wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's going to be throwing for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's 3rd down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run. Pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got a man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
Got his man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Got a man. It's Flowers. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Brown will throw it. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Off play action. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, UConn.
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, David, and is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Get it out on the screen. Spins away from the defender. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Huskies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Brown will throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third.
UConn going back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Gets it out fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on third down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. This time he's got it. At the 35, he's loose. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This UConn offense really has it going. From the gun, the running back has it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You want to play zone? You don't want to bring pressure? That's fine. If I'm a wide receiver, it's my job to find those holes. I sit down in it. Nice curl route, nice throw, nice catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Flowers. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Sets up the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UConn!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Brown will throw it. Wide open downfield. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Pretty nice as a defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. Hauls it in. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Huskies are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Brown will throw it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Catch in the middle, it's King. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Bring him the heat. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
With the catch, it's Green. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting...
UConn going back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Huskies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Brown wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The play action fake. Here comes the heat.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
This UConn offense really has it going. Hand off from the shotgun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Brown will throw it. Working that left side now. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first down from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back on the option, the give. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Brown will throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.